My final one was we went to Yemen right before like Yemen like proper fell to the Houthis. It wasn't a high level threat. I'm like, oh, like my 14, 15, I was like, oh, we're going to Yemen. And then things like took off with the Houthis and it became a like war zone and guys weren't allowed to go out in town and eat. Like a lot of the guys that worked at the embassy and the asset people, the CIA and stuff, they were like restricted to embassy grounds and they put up Heskel barriers because like they were trying to work things out with the Houthis, but then they just overthrew the government. We basically had to get out of country without being kidnapped. So we were like, when that slowly came to fruition, like the president of Yemen called us one night, or called the CIA one night, was like, "Hey, I'm in Saudi Arabia with my cousin. I'm done with that place." And was like, "What?" And then the next day, the Houthi leader came up on the TV and he was like, "I am the new president of Yemen." And it's like all these other countries like pulled their embassy personnel and left. But the Houthis weren't allowing anybody else to leave. They're like, "Hey, we're an established government. You guys need to work with us." And like, we're restricting like large body movements. So we were trying to like, especially with big numbers of embassy personnel, like slowly trickle out and be like, "Hey, no, these guys are going to transfer in and out." But we got down to the last 100 personnel, and had this crazy thing where had a military C-130 land. We came screaming like the back gate and like loading the C-130 with personnel and luggage. And then the Houthis kind of caught wind of it and they come trying to scream on the backside of the airport with like gun trucks, and like the C-130's taken off and there's like luggage on the runway and they're like, leave it. So like trying to avoid the whole Benghazi situation again.